This is a lower back or lumbar routine, and we're going to spend a minute in Sphinx posture. We're then going to move between the Cobra and the child pose, holding each for 30 seconds, and we'll do that 5 times. We're going to do some cat movements 5 times. We're going to take the pelvis side to side, again 5 times. And then we're going to come into a seated position and do a seated leg stretch for a minute on each side. So we're going to start face down and then coming onto the elbows, so the elbows are directly below the shoulders. You can gently draw the shoulders back a little bit until you're feeling a pull into the lower and mid back. And we're going to stay here for a minute. So don't force the posture in this Sphinx posture. Just focus on your breathing and try and relax into it. Allow the back to release rather than trying to force it. If it's uncomfortable, just back off a little bit or stop if it's too sore. We're going to stay here for another 30 seconds. "15 seconds more. And then just gently release yourself out of the posture. Just allow yourself to settle face down for a moment. And then we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push up into a Cobra. Holding here for 30 seconds. Again, if it's sore, back off. Even consider swapping it for Sphinx if you want to. And again, keep the chest nice and open. And then from here, we're going to take the bum back towards the heels and lower ourselves into a child pose. Again, staying here for 30 seconds. Any pain into the knees and hips, just ease off or come out of it altogether. Just do another 10 seconds here. And now we're going to ease out of that child pose and we're going to return for the second time and lower back into a Cobra again. So allowing the back to sag and arch, opening up the chest. Staying here for another 15 seconds. And then again, raising up, taking that bum back towards the heels and lowering ourselves down into child pose again. 30 seconds here. Make sure you're breathing, so relax into it. Don't be too tense, don't force it. And again, we're going to rise up, we're going to go forward, and we're going to allow that pelvis to drop back down into Cobra position for the third time, opening up the chest, and then just breathe, relax, and allow that pelvis to sag. Just 10 more seconds here. And then raising up again, put back towards the heels, returning to child pose. Just relax and breathe. Just another 10 seconds here. raising up and lowering down into Cobra again for the 4th time. Allow that pelvis to sag, open the chest, and relax and breathe. You may find it starts to get a little bit easier, but if it's starting to get too sore, then by all means, back off or stop if you need to. And then again, bringing that bum back up towards the heels, dropping into child pose. Stay here for another 15 seconds, just relax and breathe. And then drawing yourself up, lowering into that Cobra for one last time. So pelvis can sag, chest opens, nice easy breathing. Stay here for another 15 seconds. Drawing back up once more, bump towards the heels and lowering into child pose. Nice easy breaths. Just 10 seconds more here. And then we're going to rise up into tabletop. So shoulders are above the wrists, hips are above the knees, so we're nice and square. We're going to do some cat movements, sometimes called cat-cow or happy cat, sad cat. So we're going to start, we're going to arch the back upwards, tuck the tail between the legs and allow the head to drop. And then we're going to arch the back downwards, allow the tail to raise and the head to come back. I'm going to repeat those two movements 4 times. So arching up, back round, tail tucks under. Arch back down, tail points high, head raises gently. Arching up, tail tucks under, head gently drops. Arching back down, tail points high, head gently raises. Arching up, tail tucks between the legs, head gently lowers. Arching back down, tail points high, head gently raises. And we'll do one more. Arching the back up, tuck that tail nicely between the legs, let the head drop. And then back arches downwards, tail points high, head raises up. And then returning to tabletop. A nice flat back, hips above knees, shoulders above wrists. We'll do one more movement in this position. We're just going to take the pelvis from side to side and gently squeeze into the end of range. So we're just going to move to one side, squeeze in for a second, and then take that pelvis to the other side, squeezing into the end of range. We'll do that 4 more times. First to one side, then to the other. So we're only holding for a second or so. Over to the other side for the 3rd time. Moving back. Squeeze to the opposite side. Moving back again. And we'll do one more each way. Squeeze into the opposite side. Squeezing back the other way. And then returning to tabletop And if you want here, it would be quite nice just to drop back down into child pose, just to give that lower back a gentle stretch. And then from here, we're going to work our way around into a seated position. And then moving into a straight leg stretch. So we're going to straighten out the right leg, keep the foot relaxed. Again, sit nice and straight. And fold forward until the pull's felt in the back of that leg. We're going to stay here for a minute. Pull might be felt in the hamstring, the back of the knee, even in the calf. That's fine, so long as there's no pain. If it hurts, then just back off. Stay here for another 30 seconds. Stay focused on your breathing. If you find the tension starts to ease, just gently go in a little bit deeper, but don't force it. You may find it releases on the out breath, and you can just drop gently that little bit more into the stretch. Drawing back up, releasing that right leg. Straighten out the left leg, relaxed. And again, bend forward until we feel a stretch in the back of that left leg. Staying here again for a minute. Make sure you're breathing. Any pain in the lower back, then ease off. Straighten the back, or stop altogether if you need to. Staying here for another 30 seconds. If the tension eases, by all means go in a little bit deeper, but don't force it. And then releasing the stretch, sitting up, allow the leg to bend, and just come back into a normal seated position. This routine can be nice to do 2 or 3 times daily. If you find you're particularly sore after doing the exercises, or the morning after doing them, it may be that you need to do them a little bit less, or a little bit less vigorously. It's not about no pain, no gain. It's about just finding your edge of comfort and working within your comfort zone and not pushing yourself outside of it. And over time, hopefully, that comfort zone will get a little bit bigger. But if you are too sore, or they're particularly hurting, then by all means stop. Give me a call or a text, and we can discuss what you're doing.